Boy, oh boy. Welcome back, everybody. It's your dog. Back with another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Just wanted to touch base with y'all real quick. I'm just doing, not that I have to do a recap of Thursday night games. Everybody saw it, just a little fiasco, But it was worth watching. It had some nice fantasy aspects in it. But don't worry about what's in the cup. Let's just pretend it's water. Let's go with that. All right. So anyway, check it out. We're gonna make a little bit of notes, only relevant notes, because we got the notes episode coming tomorrow. On Saturday Night News and Notes. Before we jump into the recap of the games, we'll just go through a couple things real quick. Some big news that I found out. Listen, I'm going to make an episode, some content truly about league winners, and basically the process of getting that ascending talent and putting it on your team, especially when you're on a playoff league, to be able to capitalize and identify it and capitalize on it. Some of them are obvious and some of them aren't, But as most of you know, Melvin Gordon is supposedly doubtful as of this afternoon. This is Friday afternoon. So it's reported he's doubtful against the Chiefs. That means everybody need to be drumming up and putting in all their shares of Javonte Williams. It is that freaking time for him to get going. Everybody's been waiting. He's been sharing the rock, running well. He's averaging 4.9 a tote, And guess what? Denver ain't going to want to try to have a shootout with these boys, right? Because they want to try to run the ball down their throat. So that's the recipe to beating them, shoving it in Javonte's freaking gut 27 freaking times. And throwing it to him too. So, KC ain't got no defense, especially to stop the run, they ain't got no defense regardless. But, so if they can get out front, they got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? So, Kansas City's defense. So it's a plus matchup. So I'm hoping the best for I got some people that I'm coaching here locally, outside of the people my subscribers on YouTube. But look, it's time for the show. It's time for the show. Javonte Williams for the Broncos should have an awesome game. He's gonna have hella opportunities. So hopefully he starts and Melvin Gordon doesn't play and continue to stay in doubtful status. And let's go with the Cardinals. Let's talk about the Cardinals real quick. And we're just going to keep it as that with the Cardinals. Before we jump into the Cardinals, of course, we know AP signed with the Seahawks. Coach Carroll saying, it's a real good chance he can play, and all this type of nonsense. Stop the cap. Okay, stop the cap. Be done with it. It's done and over. AP need to go home to his old lady. I think he still owes some stuff, some finances, allegedly. You're supposed to say allegedly because people are, say stuff about that, But yeah, allegedly. But yeah, that's a wrap. We saw what he can do, and he couldn't cut the mustard over there at the Titans. So, but he's going to be worthless there too. But that just says a lot about Alex Collins that he ain't the freaking man. But I got him on a couple teams, but I ain't starting to be. Okay, let's talk about the Cards real quick. Y'all know how I feel about Kyler Murray. Awesome talent, but the dude, he's no leader. I tell you straight up, not to me he ain't no leader. I don't care what y'all say or anybody else say that may see this dude's not a leader. I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said this weeks ago, he don't want to play unless Hopkins plays. He don't want to play unless he plays. Because I feel as if he'll be exposed. He'll feel like he ain't got his numero uno out there to throw to. And this happened in preseason when the coach wanted him to play and he threw a hissy fit about it because Hopkins wasn't going to play and some other starters wasn't going to play. That's just not a leader. I don't care for Murray. I'll be totally honest with you. And I didn't think he'll finish high in the rankings, although I did put him up there in the rankings, and I mentioned it in my quarterback video about that circumstance. So it is what it is with him. I don't hate him or anything, but I just call it what it is. And look, he's not even a QB1. You know why? Because he's glass. He showed he was glass last year, and he's glass again this year. I don't care what his average is, but if you're not on the field, you don't finish well. Just that simple. Look at me. Look into my eyes. I am the only person that sit up here and told you CMC was not going to be a RB1, that he was going to glass out. I'm the only one who told you that. I'm the only one that had the cojones to sit up there and say that Alvin Kamara wasn't even in my top 12. But people wonder why they complain and say, you can't predict injuries. You can't. Shut up. Yes, you can. If a person's cheating on you, boy or girl, woman or man, guess what? They may have been cheating 3-4 times, right? And you saw them and you got proof I'm cheating, right? I'm just going to make it in layman's terms so y'all can understand. They might go a whole year or a whole season without freaking cheating. But that don't mean that next season they won't. Actually, I mean, next season they're more likely to, because that's who they truly are. They just win a whole season, so it make it very likely to listen, you can predict injuries if a person show you that. It's just that simple. Okay? Don't get mad at me, not y'all, because y'all knew better. Don't get mad at me because CMC laid it down. And I IR'd it up twice. How many videos I had to make about that? Tell me, y'all, how many videos I made? I'm trying to help people avoid pitfalls in the early rounds of drafts, especially the first round. And to have running back depth. And don't overvalue wide receivers. This is a passing league. It's going to be plenty of wide receivers out there getting juice. Anyway. Yeah, so Hopkins should play. They said he on track to play. That don't mean he will play. He done missed games with his hamstring, 3 or 4 games. And Kyler Murray questionable. Got the questionable tag. He ain't gonna play. Look, I would love for him to prove me wrong, but I'm tell you right now, he ain't gonna play if Hopkins ain't gonna play. I'm sticking to it. Alright? Let's talk about Thursday night game real quick. It wasn't much to see, you know. It was pretty much controlled by Dallas the whole time through. I was going against Dak actually in one of them leagues, and he had 26 for 40, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. That ain't hurt me. That ain't hurt me at all, and I actually feel pretty good about it because he gets like 15 points, 15 and a half fantasy points. So I'll take it. You know, I got my man here playing for me. He gave me a freaking 5th damn team last week. Gave all the damn touchdowns to Lenny, Uncle Leonard Fournette. Pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? Well, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. So let's go here. And then Zeke last night. Zeke went 13. Let me tell you something about Zeke. Okay? I have Pollard in 2 leagues. I'm basically considered my A league, B league, and C league. My A league is my league of record league. We Fly Like an Eagle, the one that's been established since 2001. But we took 3 years off, these 17, 18, and 19. Or, no, 18, 19, and 20. And we had one more place on the plaque. So we're doing that one to finish it out. It's not a playoff league. It's straight through records, then points. And I was going against Zeke this week, the person I'm going up against. And of course I had Pollard, and I got, you know, Dylan was on bye. And so it was, I had another option. But Dylan's on bye, and actually my next pecking order was Pollard. We saw what Pollard, we saw what the long 100-yard touchdown kick return he did last year. We know he's explosive. We know what Zeke is. Listen, I'm sick and tired of people talking about, oh, Zeke's injured. Oh, he this. You know what's injured? Is his freaking physical ability. His natural physical ability. That's what's injured. He is freaking old, slow, a shell of his past self, and he's a damn plotter. He's just a plotter, just plotting around out there. He's only good on the goal lines. And for whoever thought that he was going to shake something against the freaking #1 ranked run defense, essentially, they're crazy. And I played Pollard. Sure, he wasn't doing well the first three and a half quarters almost. But I told my uncle, and I told several others, play Pollard if need be. Pollard gonna get you there. You know? And when he blasted out for that long run, that 60, 70-yard run, whatever it was, man, that felt great. Felt great. You gotta have that up there. This is experience, people. People want to talk about faith and believe in this and that. I listened to the #1 rated show just yesterday of the show the other day before the game Thursday, and all of them said that they would play Zeke over Pollard. All three of them. All three of them. How could they not see what I see? You know what I'm saying? How could they not see? You wonder why? Because they're hanging on to the past. Oh, Zeke is this, Zeke is that. Oh, Pollard's this. Pollard can make his way. Zeke can't make his way. He got to hope for a pass interference in the end zone and lay on the one. Or wide receiver lay on the one. Let it go. Don't be those people hanging on names. You got to find that ascending talent. I keep talking to you about ascending talent and stay off the ascending talent. It's painful, man. It's painful. So, Zeke had 45 yards on 13 carries. Pollard, 7 for 71. So, obviously, the run was like 60 yards or something. He had 13 and a half fantasy points. Pollard, depending if this is standard, and Zeke had 5.7 standard. Lamb had 13 targets, went 7 for 89. He was balling out, had a nice 33-yard run. Schultz went 5 for 43. Gallup did well. He scored that first touchdown, 35 for 36. He had 9 targets. Zerline got all his points. He had 10 points, so that was cool. Defensive touchdown. Dallas scored like 18 fantasy points. And the freaking Taysom Hill, man. I know he hurt his finger, so I'm going to get a benefit of the doubt. And Kamara Glass wasn't there, and which I didn't think he would be. And, he went 19 for 41 for 264, but, a lot of that was on that long 70-yard pass play to Dante Harris. But 4 picks, he was serving them up, man. Good thing he was running, and they was making, calls just for him to run. And Dante Harris had 8 targets. And that's another thing, man, listen, I love a lot of these shows that I listen to. I don't listen to that many no more. I'm busy and I have my own little platform and stuff. But I still listen to someone come loyal to them and I have time for them every once in a while when I'm at work. But they sit up here. I remember it was like between Dante Harris, Tre'Quan Smith, and Callaway. They were talking about, if I would pick either of them, I would go, Tre'Quan Smith. And again, all 3 of them said on the most notable freaking fantasy show, all of them said Tre'Quan Smith. Well, at least I know 2 of them did. And I don't even think the other one answered, really. But come to find out, he wasn't the most productive one. Didn't have the most targets, didn't have the most yards, not even close. He's not even explosive. Everybody knows Dante Harris the most explosive wide receiver on that damn team. I mean, granted, it's just a game, but Dante Harris been outperforming them anyway, really, basically. It's hit or miss. I will stay away from all of them. And there's one dude named Lil Jordan Humphrey. I heard something about him, the other week. He went 2 for 49 with a touchdown. His mama must love some Jordan. His mama and his daddy must love some Jordan. Name him Lil Jordan. Lil Jordan Humphrey. I don't know. I kind of respect him somewhat, but, it's all good. So, let's just jump into it. So, that's that. Dallas won their little game. So, good for them. Screw them. They better get their stuff together or they're going to be out of gas real quick. So, let's talk about, they won, 27-17? All right, so let's talk about it. Let's go to league. We're going to go to my first league, which is Fly Like an Eagle. And last week, All of my teams were in second place. All of them were on win streaks. And last week, I was... Where you at, buddy? Where you at? I was 7-4 in second place. Mind you, this is a 12-man standard, 12-team standard, the one that's been in existence since 2001. So, I won last week. Let's take a little look-see. See the profit right there? 8-4, 2-game win streak, 1 game out of first. Still trying to catch that guy in first place. He's my cousin. He's a past champion. He won once before. There's another past champion right behind me, Champnificent. He's won 3 championships and I've won 4, so I'm trying to keep him off me. And those are the other teams there. All right. So, the boys 8-4, still in second place. And I want to show you what happened last week. Show you my weekly results. Right? Yeah. League. Live scoring summary. I really want to go to weekly results. Let me find that real quick and show you that. Okay, there's weekly results for week 12, which was last week. You see me at the profit 2021, 114-93. I sweated that the whole Sunday for some reason. I didn't particularly care for my lineup. I didn't feel that confident about it. Maybe because Carson Wentz was throwing the ball all like he was crazy instead of handing it to Jonathan Taylor. So he was getting 25 points against Tampa. And that took off my defense a lot too. He had Singletary. He went 1 running back, 4 wide receivers because Clyde was on a bye for him. And also, I'm going to be totally honest with you, he didn't have his tight end for Kansas City. Hey, but those are the breaks. You got to go on by. So he scored 93, 97. No, started total. Yeah, 93. And that was his bench. And here's my team. Brady gave me that 15. A.J. Dillon gave me 18. John Taylor 17. Lockett 9. Metcalf 1. Elijah Moore 5.3. Dawson gave me those 2 touchdowns. And there you go. So 114. So I won that one. Still in second place. That was my league record. Still in second place. Waiting for that number 1 guy. My cousin. Waiting for him to slip. He don't have Debo this week, so one of his powerhouse players aren't playing. So hopefully the guy he's playing can take him down. And I just get right there and keep winning, putting that thing together. Boy, I want me to hoist. But I'm going to tell you something. It don't matter if it's this league or this league. I don't care. I want my supporters to win. You know what I'm saying? That's what means a lot to me. You know, I got plenty of championships up under my belt. But I want y'all to win. Y'all victories, y'all championships, y'all freaking situation mean way more to me than mine. All right. In my second league, my B league, I was also 7-4 in that one in second place. And last week, I won as well. See, this is week 13. Week 13. Sky's the limit league. Profit. 8-4. 5-game win streak. So basically in 12-man league, of course, if I win this week or next week, because I have sole possession of second place, I guarantee myself a bye week for the playoffs in week 15. So that's a big thing, right? So I'm looking to do that. Even though I don't have Dylan and Chubb this week, I'm still trying to make that happen. It's a team game, you know? Just like I didn't have to face Kansas City wide receiver Kelsey and Clyde, that could have made the difference last year. Likely would have made the difference last week. Thanks to Brady giving me a 15, but hey, here's what it is. So this is my B league. This is last week, my second league. 126 to 90. Okay, 8-4, as you can see there, 8-4. There we go. Josh Allen, Chubb, Gibby, Mooney, Pittman. Higbee had a terrible game. He better do better this week. Gibson 23, Dillon 19, Tyler Bass, Patriots defense. See Scrub Collins. I benched Cordell Patterson because it was his first game back. Shouldn't have did that. That cost me the third game. I'll tell you about that in the second and third league. And Tony Pollard, Cole Kmet. 126 to 90. Did pretty good there. And I'm in second place, like I said. Sorry about that. You would think it's something more than water in that cup, right? You would think that. But like I said, it's just water. It's just water, people. I'm thirsty. I'm hydrating. Make sure I don't have a water mustache. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you about this third league. There was the Fantasy Footballers League, the Megala Bowl. Now, I'm going to be honest, this is my third league. I messed up. I'm going to tell you how I messed up. The format was different. Look, because I know I'm in 3 different formats, right? Like my league of record team, it's record and points. The second league, where I just got done showing you, that's a playoff, a traditional playoff. The third league, I knew it was different, but, it's my third league. It's just something I always wanted to kind of do. I never played it, at the time, played the Megala Bowl. And because it got like 15,000 players or some crap in it. And in my 12-man league, what happened, I knew it was a different type of playoff, but I didn't know when it started. I wasn't sure when it started. So later this week, I won this past week. I beat my opponent. I'm going to show you. This is week 13. This is week 13 now. Hold on, Ron. Let me go to week 12. Okay, get back here. Week 12, I scored 102. See the Flames? I think we talked about the Flames last week. 5-game win streak. 102, 66. And I'm 8-4 in that league. Second place, as you can see, in a 12-man league. Now, a couple other people got some Flames. He just hit a 3-game win streak. He on a 5-game win streak with me. This guy was in, one of these guys was in first. But let me tell you what happened. What happened was, I checked to see when the playoffs started, and the playoffs started week 12. So basically, I researched it because I didn't research it like I should have. When the playoffs start, because the top 3 teams from each division or whatever go to the playoffs, and in order to advance to the next week, you have to be in the top half of the people. Top half of everybody. Top half. One of the top half advance all the way through week 17. I think they play 18. And then whoever scored the most points out of how many teams left, even if it's 12 or 24, 48, whatever, then that's who's the winner. But you got to be in the top half in order to compete. But I didn't know. But so what I did was, when I did that, I didn't know that, and I was more focused on just beating my opponent and being safe. And what happened was I put in Elijah Moore. Even with the quarterback situation, I put in Elijah Moore because that rookie came back. Instead of putting in Cordell Patterson, I left him on the bench. And if I hadn't did that, I wouldn't have just scored. No, that was the last week. Come on, let me get it right. I wouldn't have just scored 102 points. I would have scored, because that's week 12. I would have scored Patterson scored 28. And I took Elijah Moore out. If I knew I had to maximize my points because I'm competing against the field, I'd have been very likely to put it out. I'd have added 21 more points to my score, and I'd have ended up had by 123. Because again, that's week 12. Because I did the research, when I do the research, it said that you had to score above 111. That was the cutoff in order to make it to week 13. So basically, I'd have been in the top half and playing again week 13 to get in the top half to play again for week 14. But because Brady gave me a damn 15, Conklin gave me a 2, Panthers defense gave me a freaking 1. I didn't have a good defense playing that week. And I did, basically because I didn't play Cordell Patterson, it cost me the next week. So basically I'm out. But I didn't know the concept. And it sucks because I got an awesome team, I feel, for long term. You know, Brady at the helm, Jonathan Taylor, Dillon, Mooney and Lockett, my wide receivers. I could have got another tight end, but I probably still would have rolled with Conklin. Montgomery, Patterson, because you can play 2 flexes. You play 2 running backs and 2 flexes. So, yeah, that would have sucked. I feel like I wasted a good team. I had Rams defense going this week. But basically the playoffs started before I thought it, before I thought it did. So basically I'm 8-4 in that league, but it really don't matter. A part of me kind of want to test it out to see and keep playing and see if I'd continue to be in the top half, because it'll let you know the cutoff just to see if I'd have made it. But I don't know if I'm going to torment myself like that, so. But I may play again next year now that I know it started on week 12, So if I had other stuff going on, and again, it was my C league. It's my number 3 league, so it really wasn't that important. But nevertheless, that's the deal. I went 3-0 for 3 straight weeks. But now that this league's done, I may pay attention to it a little bit, the 3rd league, and still put in a good lineup just to see. I don't know. But the 1st league, still in 2nd place. The 2nd league, still in 2nd place. Win streak still going. Trying to make some things happen. All right, guys. Hopefully, you enjoyed that. I'm glad I can show you guys accountability, what I'm doing, to let you know that I'm applying the same things I try to teach y'all and advise y'all how to work this fantasy and make it work for yourself. So you, too, can be a fantasy stud and be confident and make picks unlike what everybody else is going to do, and have the confidence to blow jokers out the water and to see productivity before it happens. Once again, it's Anthony Blake from Flawless Fantasy Football. It's your first time watching, or if your 2nd time watching, your 1,000th time watching. Press like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment, tell your boy what's happening. All right? Peace. Next time.